Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Fun Food Friday. You know, this is Michelle's favorite day because we get to have fun with our food. So, Dr. Sean, welcome. What are we going to
Salutations to
do
all the
today?
soul of the world who are watching this video or will watch this video. Learn something from a stroke survivor, Alzheimer patient, and 80-year-old human being. So,
Before you begin, Dr. Sean, can you tell us a little bit more about your personal journey? Because you always tell us that you are a stroke survivor and things of that nature. So I would love to talk a little bit about you and your journey and how you got to this point where you started making changes in your life and
this is a good
oh,
subject.
you've
So,
seen for yourself.
wonderful. I came to Canada in 73 to do my master's and PhD. And life of a student is usually stressful. And I right away within few weeks, I fall in love with Western food, standard American diet. Oh my God.
So
I
delicious.
came to Canada. I came to Canada with 29-inch waist. 29-inch waist. And
Wow.
gradually I start getting bigger, which is a apparent sign of metabolic syndrome. Once your
Mm.
belly is expanding, it is a visceral fat. So over 25 years, I gained about 8 inches of fat in my belly from 29 to 37 inches.
Mhm.
And I was blind because I was food addict. I just enjoyed Western food, beer, Coke, sodas, Wendy's, McDonald's, cheeseburger, hamburger. My God, a Hindu coming from India, eating animal proteins. My God. But I couldn't see that food addiction obliterated, hidden from me all the dangers. No doctors ever told me about insulin resistance.
Mm.
Nobody told me this visceral fat is going to kill you by stroke or heart attack or kidney failure. So
Mm.
metabolic syndrome is in, if you have a bigger belly, don't wait for weight reduction. Start doing something, and we will talk about it a little bit more. How you can reduce. I reduced 5 inches from the middle of my body, 5 inches, but it took 2, 3, 4 years, very slowly, and I didn't take my weight or anything. And this food will do it. The
Mm.
food
Oh, that is
consists
so
of
beautiful.
fruits. Here today is a little bit guava,
Uh-huh.
uh, plum,
Uh-huh.
avocado,
Uh-huh.
olives, about 2 ounces of olives, 2 ounces
Mm-hmm.
of uh, multicolor peppers,
Mm-hmm.
one one Brazil nut, few
Uh-huh.
walnuts, and few almonds,
Mm.
and berries. If you
Hmm.
don't have fresh berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, you can use this berries, goji berry, or any other frozen
Yeah.
or dried berries are equally good. Soak them up, soak them up like this. I did it this way,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
and I will be adding it to um, my when my wife makes this. This is
Uh-huh.
wonderful.
Yeah. Steel cut
Steel,
out.
stainless steel cut
Yeah.
oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a fermented food here too, and some roots, beets.
Ooh, okay.
And you don't have to drink wine, my dear friends. You can get all the benefits from eating few ounces of purple grapes or
Mm-hmm.
blueberries or blackberries. And add
So
some.
one of the things that I noticed, Dr. Chan, is that it's just so beautiful. And you have all of these, again, look at these beautiful colors. And the reason why I'm emphasizing this is that's where you're going to find your polyphenols, your antioxidants. These are key in helping you to reduce the inflammation that is in the body. But the most important thing is what Dr. Chan was saying that, you got to stop doing some of the things that are creating the inflammation in the first place. like that standard American diet. So, Dr. Chan, how long were you eating the standard American diet before you came to that realization that you had to do
But
something
a
different? What
sudden
happened to make
stroke
you change your
on
mind?
November 18, 1998, 25
Mm,
years after, I had a major stroke. I
mm,
almost died.
wow.
And American God has a mission to give me another chance. And I realized, do you want? And no, later on, then I lost my job. I was depressed. I started drinking and killing
Wow.
myself with hopelessness. And then neurologist told me, hey, you are having cognitive impairment, which means
Wow.
Alzheimer really. And then I
Whoa.
awakened that Naresh, it's time to just change everything, give up alcohol, give up Western food, go back to your roots. And
Mm.
whether you came from Africa or Asia or India, go to your roots and you'll find the answers.
And
Roots,
when we say go to your roots, we literally mean go to your roots, like
very
the
true.
turnips
Sure.
and the beets and the cocoa and cassava and yam and all sweet potatoes. All of those things are phenomenal. But now, Dr.
E-
Chan, the other thing that I want to emphasize to people, you said that it was like a 25-year process of developing the situation that led to the stroke. So it did, when people say, oh my God, all of a sudden he had a stroke, he just was so healthy before that. Oh, trust me, the stroke doesn't happen overnight. It is a
It's,
progression over time. An iceberg is not created overnight. I keep on
it
giving
takes
people that image of the iceberg. It grows from the bottom and it slowly builds up and builds up. And then you see that little peak above the surface, and you think it's just that little peak, but it is not that little peak. It's that huge thing that's underneath. That's what sank the Titanic. That's what's sinking us as Americans and actually going across the globe now. Things that are creating the stroke that looks at the peak. And then you said, and sometimes when people get overwhelmed with something like a stroke and they end up in the hospital, like Dr. Sean, you may slip into depression, like, oh my God, what's the point? You may lose your job. But you had that other wake up call that now it wasn't just about the stroke. Now it started to progress to the brain. Many people don't realize that Alzheimer's is sometimes dubbed type 3 diabetes. It's correlated to the progression of what started just in terms of the building up of the visceral fat. If you have all
very
of
true.
that fat around the waist, and what I love about what you said, Dr. Sean, is that you realize that it wasn't about losing weight. It was about creating a healthy lifestyle.
Very
So
true.
tell us more about that.
No, that's very true. Once you start eating right, most of the time, you start feeling your waist circumference gradually starts shrinking, which
Mm-hmm.
means your insulin resistance is coming down, your
Mm-hmm.
diabetes is coming down, your fluctuations in sugar levels after meals goes down. Everything start going down once you the fat from the muscles itself, intracellular muscles and
Mm-hmm.
in extracellular muscles and liver start coming down.
Yeah.
The everything is related to insulin resistance. Earlier
Mm-hmm.
we can tackle it, better off we will be. But people let it go up to 7, 8, 9, and then they realize, oh my God, what's going on? Why I'm having a brain fog, or why I'm not having ability to do anything or enjoy life in general. So this is a
So,
message. Here is a summary of what we talked about.
mm-hmm.
Plums, purple color fruits and vegetables and roots are loaded with anthocyanin and fiber.
Yes.
Berries are loaded with anthocyanin and fiber and phytonutrients.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts and seeds are loaded with ALA, magnesium, and natural vitamin E, which
Mm.
is 8 type, which you don't get it in the vitamins. I usually don't take any vitamin at all, but this is my vitamin here. This is my vitamin, my friends. This is
Daily
keeping
vitamin
alive
from
this
Mother
old
Nature.
man. If it is keeping alive me and healthy, It can do miracles to you if you awakened earlier.
So now, Dr. Sean, how long did it take for you to start seeing some of the changes in your body? And were there certain lab markers that changed also as you started to shift into a different lifestyle?
Yes, I was blessed to get a job
Mm,
at NIH.
mm,
That made a big difference. I start eating on in the morning like this most of
mm,
days, a big
mm,
salad loaded with phytonutrients, and
mm,
within few months I start feeling a little better. And in 2 3 years, without noticing, I lost 5 inches from the. But don't be desperate that you want to see decline in your waistline. It's not
mm.
going to happen overnight.
Overnight.
It took decades to build up.
Mhm,
So do not worry. Focus on hydration. Focus on phytonutrients and fiber-rich foods, magnesium-rich foods like this or variety of this. People say it's not affordable. If you do it, manage it right, smaller
mhm.
quantities, it's about $3 to $5 plate here in my hand. If
Yeah.
you go and eat outside, it will be about $20 to $30 or maybe a few $100.
And that's one of the reasons why we encourage people to gather together in communities. With It Takes a Village, we invite you to become part of the village. Join our groups, join our food co-ops where we're buying things in bulk. When you buy things in bulk, you greatly reduce the prices and you have more fun because you start to have other people that are doing the similar things. They can swap recipes, swap experiences, encourage each other, all those wonderful things.
And I'm blessed to be part of that village, a
Yes,
healthy village. We will create a healthy
absolutely.
image for those who are willing to do it, and we will
Absolutely.
motivate you to do it. Our story is inspirational. I
Mhm.
survived. You will live longer and healthier by adapting to this kind of food. Pharma, big businesses, nobody will tell you to eat this kind of food because
Yeah.
they have a self vested interest. You make sick, they make
Mm,
money, and they
mm.
don't pay any taxes. So nation goes bankrupt.
So thank you so much, Dr. Chan, for sharing your story today. And ladies and gents, we look forward to being with you once again. Happy Friday. God bless.
Have a blessed day.